Welcome to my new short series where I make fun of your ships. In this introduction, I do want to take time to say thank you for showing the activity on this series. The likes, the comments is great for me to know what I should do next. Now, saying that, I knew I'd regret it, and Lemuel Vona 7076 definitely makes sure of that. So sit down, because I will not look at this one myself. I've written about a lot of ugly ships. I've seen flying dumpsters, battleships with body image issues, and space whales with delusion of grandeur. I have roasted ships that looks like they were designed by drunk engineers who have never seen a spaceship before. Now the Imicus? That's an insult to the very concept of spaceships. It isn't just bad looking, it's actively offensive to the human eye. I wasn't supposed to write about this ship. I didn't want to write about this ship. But here we are, staring at this loop-sided, malformed bottom-tier disappointment and pretending it deserves to exist in the same universe as actual spaceships. It doesn't belong in a list of ugly ships, because that would imply it's even on the same level as the others. No, the Imicus is in its own category. A category reserved for things that shouldn't exist, but for some reason do. The Imicus isn't just ugly, it's a galactic insult. It flies like it's resisting the very concept of movement. If the Imicus had a motto, it would be, "Kill me please, I don't deserve this life." So let's break down why this ship should have been left in the designer's trash folder instead of being dumped into a new Eden like a cruel joke. Now I have seen asymmetrical ships before. I have seen weird, bulky and unbalanced designs, but nothing prepared me for the crime against geometry that is the Imicus. The front half is like someone tried to sculpt a peanut. The cockpit, if you even can call it that, sticks out awkwardly like a pimple on an otherwise forgettable forehead. The side-mounted so-called cockpit sticks out like a swollen tumor, ruining whatever little dignity this ship had left. And the rear doesn't even look like it belongs to the same ship. It looks like a malfunctioning drone. The ship does not look balanced. The ship does not look functional. This ship looks like something you see in a nightmare after eating too much spicy food. Now if the Imicus was a real-world object, it would be a broken umbrella that somehow still opens, but in a way that makes you deeply uncomfortable. Look, I can accept unusual ship designs. I can appreciate creative asymmetry, but the cockpit on the Imicus isn't unusual. It's an abomination. The front of the Imicus is so aggressively loop-sided that it looks like it's in the middle of a slow motion collapse. The left side is weirdly bulbous, like it's hoarding some kind of dark secret. It doesn't blend into the hull at all. It looks like someone glued it on. The cockpit hangs off the front like a bad decision that can never be undone. The ship doesn't look stable. It doesn't look intelligent. This ship looks like a deformed insect that just realized that it's the last of its species and is now regretting its entire existence. If the Imicus was a person, it would be someone wearing a backpack on one shoulder, a fanny pack on their chest, and then have a confused look on their face. Gallente ships are usually known for their curves and futuristic designs, but the Imicus, it looks like an insect that got caught in the electrical socket. The midsection is so uneven and so unbalanced that it looks like it's actively trying to fall apart. The hull is warped and uneven, like it's suffering from some kind of advanced space disease. The whole thing feels like it should be rusting in a scrapyard, not flying through space. No, I take that back. The entire thing looks like a moth that flew into a candle and survived. The ship isn't just ugly, the ship is a tragedy. This ship is a proof that not everything deserved to exist. If the Imicus was a household item, it would be a stapler that missing half its part but still technically works if you hit it hard enough. We all know that the Imicus is slow, not in the way that suggests it has like armor or powerful shields. No, it's slow in the way that suggests it's actively resisting being alive. It moves like it just realized how ugly it is and it's trying to retreat from existence. It turns like it's been programmed to self-destruct, but somehow forgot to activate that feature. It warps with the grace of a bird that just hit the window and isn't sure what year it is anymore. The ship doesn't move with a purpose. The ship drags itself across the galaxy like a wounded animal looking for a place to die. When the Imicus dies, no one cares. The only reaction is, "Oh thank God that thing is gone." The pieces scatter across the battlefield like a mercy killing. The wreckage is so unrecognizable that even the ship's former pilot doesn't mourn its loss. The only satisfying thing about flying an Imicus is watching it stop existing. The ship wasn't built to survive, the ship wasn't built to inspire, the ship was built as a joke, and the punchline is every poor soul who has ever had to fly it. This ship was meant to disappear, forgotten by history forever. At this point, you might already know why the Imicus looks like an accident that made it past quality control. And the answer? Because Gallente engineers do not believe in mercy, they don't believe in logic, they only believe in what if we took everything wrong with the spaceship design and made it worse? And in that respect, they absolutely succeeded. The Imicus isn't here to be admired, the Imicus is definitely not here to be feared. The Imicus is here because someone at the Gallente shipyard lost a bet. No, I changed my mind. The Imicus is here because some cruel god decided that the universe needed to suffer. It is asymmetrical in the worst way possible. It flies like it's begging for death. It actually looks like someone dropped a glass sculpture and tried to glue pieces back together blindfolded. If the Cinnabon is a space hot rod and the Morris is a flying dumpster and the Obelix is a bloated space whale, then the Imicus is an unwanted science project that someone forgot to throw away. Long live the trash goblin of New Eden. Actually, no, let's just pretend it never existed. And from now on, let's only review real ships. And I see you again.